Holy smokes, we're doing it again, people. Oh, yeah. That's right. Thanks for joining us on Adventures with Greg and Sabrina. Dinosaurs have appeared, and something special today. So, everybody knows we've been waiting to do some more analog videos. And that's right, analog till we die. That's right. So, today, we have something very special. So we got another analog in. We got China. I love you, China. And then, we're doing some special stuff also. We're going to be covering something that I have interest in. Star Wars, Shadows of the Empire. We have the original, and then we have the famous copy from Limited Run Games. Oh yeah. So what we're diving deep into today is we're going to unbox this Grape Analog and find out what the hell's going on here. That's right. So whenever you get this thing, obviously it's going to say Grape on it. Oh my God, that's the one I got. Now, of course, none of this stuff would be possible without really good people from eBay. And yes, there are really good people on eBay. And these guys, my hats go off to you so much. Thank you. Because here's the thing. You can't get this stuff all the time. But these guys know that if they don't do it, somebody's got to do it, right? So, I was really happy. I think, okay, let's just go there and say it. Thanks, everybody out there at eBay. We're going to start doing a shout out right now. We got a lot to say here. The Grape Analog, day one, because I was so mad at Analog for such a slow process that everything sold out right away. Everything sold out like quick. 15, 20 minutes. It wasn't no hour. It was like 20 to 30 minutes. Everything was gone. Guaranteed. Okay, I don't care what you say. I was there trying. I even tried to get the clear one. So, special shout out to the guy that got me the Grape Analog. And he got it to me fast. I was really surprised. His name is Byron, and his shop on eBay is actually really not too bad. He's got a whole bunch of stuff on there, even some nice shoes and everything. And I'll put it up on the screen, his eBay shop, because I don't know how you'd really say that. It might be Byraville 1 or something, but I don't want to say it. It sounds weird, you know. And then my idea was, with the Grape console, to have a grape-colored game, or purple, I should say. So we're doing a full unboxing today, and we're going to do some shout-outs throughout the video. And this here, I never bought this. This came out like, I think you had to pre-order for it back in 2019, if I'm correct. So that's when the COVID thing was kind of starting, and I was like, you know, I already own a copy of it, no big deal, and I'll just get it off of eBay, or I'll get it later. Or I actually thought that it would just still be available, that it wasn't going to sell, but turns out limited run really is a limited run, people. So my idea, I never bought this one, okay? I actually own Shadows of the Empire, and I thought, you know, well, I'll get it eventually. I thought it was cool because it came in this color, you know, and I was like, you know, it'll be a new updated cartridge, and that way if that one ever fails, I've got that one. So this guy here, I tried to order originally. When I ordered this Grape one, it was my idea to do these two as a collab, no matter what. And so like 2 weeks go by, and the one guy never replied or answered, and no shipping. And then he said he was shipping it, but yet it said that there was no tracking. It was just like, what are you doing? Like, you know, he basically, it said that there was like, he never dropped the item off at the post office, basically. So I got a hold of my main man, Don, and I'd like to thank you, Don, for being able to get me this thing when I needed it. That was awesome as hell. Now, Don, he did it really fast. He did like 2 days shipping, and he didn't have to. That cuts into his profit. And he didn't make enough money on that. I'm really shocked, you know. It was, so, you know, I'm going to have to do a shout out to him. He did a great job at getting me this fast. It's like one of the best eBay sellers. Like I said, there's really good people out there. There really are. There's people that care, okay? And so I was like, man, I'm sitting on this Analog just waiting Christmas goes by. I'm like, oh, here we go. You know? It's like, I've shown it in like another video before, but I never did the unboxing. So here we are. He runs a Whatnot thing, and so I've never really done Whatnot, so I did check it out, but it's known as Gamertopia. So Gamertopia is what he's running on Whatnot, and he also runs that eBay shop that has a ton of stuff, and it's Donald's Crow Jr. 84. And as far as it goes, thank you so much. You did an awesome job. Both of you guys allowed me to be able to check this stuff out, and we're going to be taking good care of it as we go on. So let's get to unboxing, then we'll be back with some more action. So before we get started here, obviously the grape one, there's been some other videos. Other people have already done videos. You know, I wanted to get a lot of this out, so we're going to get a lot of it out now. There's nothing special about the inside of this container. It's like a foam, you know, nothing too special. But the one thing that I did want to touch base on is everything is like a bluish purple, and it's more like a blue purple to me. But as you can see, it looks pretty good. It looks really good. When you look inside, everything's pretty much like purpley blue. Now, the one thing that we did want to cover with this is not just the bottoms here. So all of these fantastic consoles came with colored bottoms, even the gold one. But there was a mess up. So there was a guy that kind of hit on it on one of my very first previous videos, of maybe the gold unboxing one. So if you look that up, you'll see his comment about the bottoms have always been black on the gold ones. Well, actually they weren't. They found out that there was a discrepancy. If you go and look, there was a few guys that did some videos. I don't think it was RGB or Mad Little Pixel. I think it was someone. You can actually see the video where they show the very first day that it was announced. It was like, what was it, on the weekend, or what? When was it? I can't remember. But when the video was announced, or the game systems were announced, they actually showed there was like a whole bunch of consoles that were like flipping on the screen, and the gold one had a goldish bottom. It was an off-color gold. It wasn't the same color. And whenever you clicked on the gold console on day one, so here's what's really weird. Day one, when you were ordering this thing, okay, there are people, and even I got video of this. So when you click on the actual console for the gold one, it would say gold connector, gold wire, gold SD card, gold this and that. And then they changed it to black. So I remember saying, well, how could everything be gold? Is everything going to be gold? And there is actually, there is a video out there, and I might find it, but it's using someone else's material on YouTube, so it depends, you know. It was a promo video, or it was a promo picture of these consoles having colored bottoms, and they removed it. So, anyways, before covering everything, check this out. The SD card in this thing is actually grape color, okay? So just like that said, the gold was supposed to have gold SD, gold wire, gold bottom, and it doesn't. Instead, they changed it to black. So really strange. Now, whenever you went to look at this, you know, the fact that they changed everything at the last minute was kind of weird. Also, the other difference that you'll see is the paper inside is white. Okay? The paper is white. In all the other ones, the paper is black, even with the gold one. So let me grab that right here and here is the gold box. It says gold. And whenever you open it, anytime, the paper is black. And all of the component in here for it is black. When originally it said gold this, everything was supposed to be gold. And that's not a lie. Yeah, that's true. That's very true, everybody. Very true. I'm very shocked at what I found out. They had a problem at the end of the line, something about they kind of messed up or something, so Analogue changed it the day of ordering. If you actually check the day of ordering, it still said gold on their website for these things. So anyways, as you can see, this connector here, the HDMI, is purple. To order all of these color specific, I'm thinking that the next batch will actually be whenever they do the next batch, which is going to be a headache because people are going to be back on there trying to order that crap, and of course I can't put it back together. And then the block for the hookup is purple as well. So I found this really cool that all of the colored consoles come with colored everything, except for probably the gold and the clear, and maybe whatever, you know, if there's another one. And so here we have their little power cable hookup thing that is colored to match the console. So there we kind of have it, folks. The Grape Analog 3D is really cool. And yes, I do have many colors. We're going to do individual videos, and we're not going to do them all at once. Like I said, I was going to lay them all out and just do like a whole collage that nobody's done. But what's the point in that? Plus, these consoles are going to be going back on sale this year of 2026. As soon as they get restock of them. So, it was just limited quantities at the time. And then that's probably going to be the end of it. So whoever buys whatever they buy, and then they'll just keep the black ones in stock. Unless if these things really sell like hotcakes, then they might decide, hey, we're making money. We're going to keep doing it. And that would be the smart thing to do. Okay, so check this out, everybody. Limited Run Games runs, you know, a website that sells remade kind of like G'd up games from the past, and they repackage it all G'd up. You know how it is. So I'm a big Limited Runs fan. Okay, so for a long time I've been doing Limited Run, and I haven't done near enough videos on them. I'm going to start opening up every Limited Run thing I have. That's right, I don't care. I don't care. In fact, give me just a second here. I probably have more Limited Run stuff than anybody. I've got Limited Run Collector's Edition, okay? I'm going to be opening this thing, by the way, just so you know. There's going to be unboxings on all of my Limited Run stuff. And I figured I'd do this over time instead of do it all at once. Because if you drop all this content at once, it'll just kind of, you know, you got to have something to feed, you know. There's even more to this. I have the full set of these. The full set is shown on the back of here. Yeah, that's right. I do. So, they have the Game Boy Star Wars. And then they have the NES one. Star Wars, the base Star Wars, the first one. And I have that. And I have this one sitting over there. That was next to this and I didn't grab it. This is the Strikes Back. And then, of course, as you can see in the background here, I have that one. And then we have Shadows of the Empire, which I really wanted. And I got it. And then the other Game Boy, Empire Strikes Back. Now, Game Boy wasn't really a thing for me because I can't really show content of Game Boy, you know? It's really hard to do that. So here's my original one that I had bought, okay? And as you can see, this came from Blockbuster. And this says no instructions. But what's really funny is, what the hell is this? Instructions. They actually did come with instructions, so I'm thinking that maybe they wrote that on some of them. But look at this, how worn out the dang thing is, you know? So my original one was a Blockbuster buy on this one, and that's just how it was. Now we're going to be doing gameplay testing and showing, but this one right here looks exactly the same. And we're also going to find out, does this game... Notice how there's no seal from Nintendo or a stamp number on there. You know, no stamp number of any kind. Crazy, isn't it? But it looks exactly the same as the original game. We actually did some testing already, so I might as well just let the cat out of the bag. But the whole point was to find out, does the Analogue 3D show whether this game here and the other game is exactly the same on the analog screen, or does it separate them? And it does separate them. It does show. So we're going to go find out and show you, and we're going to get right to it, and we're going to be doing some side-by-side gameplay. So thanks everybody from eBay. Thanks Don, and thank you Byron. This is badass. I thank you so much. We've got some gameplay to show, and we got some more action coming. Enjoy. I've got more unboxing videos already set up, and I'll talk to you next. Okay, so, as proven fact, the Analogue 3D does know that there are two different games. Here we are. If you look down to the bottom middle, it says Limited Run Games 2020. I could have swore this came out in 2019. I remember wanting to buy it in 2019, but this was around the start of COVID, and money was a little tight. COVID didn't really kick off until 2020 to 2022. That was really the range of it. But 2019 is kind of when it was, we were hearing stories about it, you know. So as you can see, here's the original. It says Nintendo 1996. And this one here says Limited Run Games. So let's take a look at the Limited Run Games and see just how much better. I want to scroll over here and see it. This says Revised Version 3 or Rev 3. I wonder what that means. I'm still trying to figure that out. Because when you go to this Limited Run game, it doesn't say that. But when you go to Star Fox, it doesn't say that. But here we are with Perfect Dark. It says Rev 2. So, you know, I'm thinking Revised Version 2. So there must be multiple versions of these games, you know. But Rev 3, so this is like 3rd edition maybe? Like not very first? Because this copy right here is a Blockbuster copy. So that means they got the game as soon as it came out and put it on the shelves to rent. And then after a year or so, they put it out in the bin or allow it to be sold. The $5 to $10 bin. You know, you'd get those games for $5 to $20 in those bins. So any game you see online on eBay for says Blockbuster on it, you know they bought it from the bargain bin. So, which was fine with me. So here we go, Limited Run. Let's do a configure real quick to make sure that it's going to look good. So we're going to put it to clean. We're going to put it to Lanico. We're going to put it to modern. We're going to bring the sharpness down to very soft, and then image size, Integra Plus, and then we're going to stretch it. All right, let's try it out.
Zombie apocalypse.